My dear friends, after I posted a review of the gloriously weird Brian De Palma film, Phantom of the Paradise, dear friend and fellow Kolchak aficionado, Jerry Stratton, said it brought to mind another weird flick he had seen called Scotland, PA. Seeing that Scotland, PA was an Americana, dark humor retelling of Macbeth, starring Christopher Walken, I clearly had to try it, and I'm glad I did. Centered around a mom-and-pop burger restaurant in 1970s Pennsylvania, Macbeth, here nicknamed Mac and played by James LeGros, and his evil woman Pat, played by Maura Tierney, plot to murder the restaurant owner Duncan and usurp his enviable position to land themselves squarely in middle-class wealth. Naturally, Duncan's death gets investigated, and that's where we enter Christopher Walken as Lieutenant Macduff, and hijinks ensue. The grisly subject matter, the killing, the plotting, and the descents into madness have weight and heft portrayed on the screen, but they are also played for comedic effect, and the combination works out smoothly, and I found that every joke landed. The cast is amazing, and the characterization of Shakespeare's written characters are awesome. Mac and Pat aren't particularly bright, but they are grasping. Banco, played by Kevin Corrigan, is hysterically autistic, and his observant yet unaware revealing of essential plot points is perfect. The witches, here portrayed as possibly hallucinated hippies, played by Amy Smart, Andy Dick, and Timothy Levitch, are hysterical and used just enough to make the audience wonder, do they really exist, or are they just figments of Mac's imagination? We have to question what they really are. And this movie is so good, it made watching Andy Dick enjoyable. That is a feat. Do you know how hard that is? The dialogue is tight and the pacing is generally good, with the slower parts paying off by the end. And even with a grainy, subpar rip of the film to watch, the movie was beautifully shot, set, and wardrobed. And one thing that stuck out to me, I completely did not expect to be taken aback by this, and I bet once I point it out, you won't be able to unsee it either. Maura Tierney, who is hot and perfect for the manic greed of her role, her forehead in the movie actually has wrinkles on it. So when she emotes, she gets to use her entire face instead of just 2/3 of it down here, while this is paralyzed by botulism. Some of you may be too young to have noticed this being a thing, but before the age where every actor and actress had their foreheads injected with a paralyzing bacteria to eliminate wrinkles in the vain pursuit of youth, or at least the appearance thereof, there was this entire third of our faces that actors could use to help get across their points, their intensity, their nonverbal communication, emotions. Oh man, I miss when actors are real people and not surgical pharmaceutical automatons that don't have real emotions. I had no idea how much we were losing by making our actors and actresses be effectively fake people, manufactured products. So while I love this thing, strangely, this was the only movie that director Billy Morissette ever made, which is a crying shame because it is such a stylish and well-made film. Stranger still is how it came out in 2001, and I'm just now finding out about it in 2025. I would have watched the crap out of this thing throughout my college years and after, because it fits very well in that genre of relatively modern classics like I Heart Huckabees, Garden State, and others. Anyway, I love Scotland, PA. Thanks again for the recommendation, Jerry, and y'all should treat yourself. Check it out.